1649, St George's Hill. The ragged band they called the Diggers came to show the people's will. They defied the landlords, they defied the laws. They were the dispossessed, reclaiming what was theirs. We come in peace, they said, to dig and sow. We come to work the lands in common hand, to make the waste ground grow. This earth divided, we will make whole. So it shall be a common treasury for all. But a sin of property we do disdain. No man has any right to buy or sell the earth for private gain. By theft and murder they took the land, and now everywhere the walls rise up at their command. They made the laws to chain us well. The clergy dazzle us with heaven, or they damn us into hell. We will not worship the God they serve, the God of greed and feeds the rich while poor men starve. We work, we eat together, we need no swords. We will not bow to the masters or pay rent to the lords. We are still free, though we are poor. You diggers all stand up for glory, stand up now, stand up now, stand up now. The men of property, the orders came. They sent the hired men and troopers to wipe out the diggers' claim, tear down their cottages, destroy their corn. They were dispersed, but still the vision lingers on. You poor take courage, you rich take care. This earth was made a common treasury for everyone to share, all things in common, all people one. We come in peace, the orders came to cut them down. Up in the morning and out to school. Mother says there'll be no work next year. Qualifications once the golden rule, and now just pieces of paper. Just because you're better than me doesn't mean I'm lazy. Just because you're going forwards doesn't mean I'm going backwards. If you look the part, you get the job. In last year's trousers and your old school shoes. Truth is, son, it's a buyer's market. They can afford to pick and choose. Just because you're better than me doesn't mean I'm lazy. Just because I dress like this doesn't mean I'm a member of the new Labour Party. Not me. The factories are closing and the army's full. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've come to see the land of the free. There's only a future for the chosen few. Just because you're better than me doesn't mean I'm lazy. Just because you're going forwards doesn't mean I'm going backwards. At 21 you're on top of the scrap heap. At 16 you were top of your class. All they taught you at school was how to be a good worker. The system has failed, you don't fail yourself. Just because you're better than me doesn't mean I'm lazy. Just because you're going forwards doesn't mean I'm going backwards. Sorry I was late. Coming on, the Stone Roses are backstage. I wanted to play. I had to fight all three of them, including the one with the broken arm. He was the most trouble. Anyway, I'm here now, so I won't talk, I'll just play. I'll never forget the first day I met her. That September morning was clear and fresh. The way she spoke and laughed at my jokes, and the way she rubbed herself against the edge of my desk. She became a magic mystery to me, and we'd sit together in Double Street twice a week. And some days we'd walk the same way home, and it's surprising how quick a little rain can clear the streets. We dreamed of her and compared our dreams, but that was all that I ever tasted. For she lied to me with her body, you see, and I lied to myself about the chances I wasted. The times that we were close were far and few between. The darkness of the dances in the school canteen. Did she close her eyes as I did when we held each other tight? And la 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 la. What does it mean, boys and girls? Yeah, I love you too. I forgot a trumpet player. I left the trumpet player somewhere on the M4. He's probably trying to get here from the jazz field right now. You can probably hear his solo going down as he comes past the Spud stage. It's a great solo, isn't it? What happens next? Oh no, no, I hide my humble hopes now. All that, no, what happens next? I danced with her and she still holds that memory soft and sweet. And I piss up against the garden gate as I walk down her street. But I never made the first team, I just made the first team laugh. And she never came to the phone, she was always in the bath. In the end it took me a dictionary to find out the meaning of unrequited. While she was giving herself for free at a party to which I was never invited. I understood my face then, oh yeah, and I hide my humble hopes now. Thinking back, folks, she made us want a girl not old enough to shave her head. And why not? It's Glastonbury. Ye Thatcherites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Thatcherites by name, lend an ear. Ye Thatcherites by name, your faults I will proclaim. Your doctrines I must blame. You will hear, you will hear. Your doctrines I would blame. You will hear. You privatise away what is ours, what is ours. You privatise away what is ours. You privatise away and then you make us pay. I will take it back someday, mark my words, mark my words. I'll take it back someday, mark my words. Ye Thatcherites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Thatcherites by name, lend an ear. Ye Thatcherites by name, your faults I will proclaim. Your doctrines I must blame. You will hear, you will hear. Your doctrines I must blame. You will hear. On the poll tax you were beaten, on the street, on the streets. On the poll tax you were beaten on the streets. On the poll tax you were beat, but our work is not complete until you're out of power in the land, in the land. Until you're out of power in the land. Sing up! Ye Thatcherites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Thatcherites by name, lend an ear. Ye Thatcherites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I must blame. You will hear, your doctrines I must blame. You will hear. Your leader, she is gone to the Lords, to the Lords. Your leader, she is gone to the Lords. Your leader, she is gone, but she's left us little John. But I don't know for how long anymore. I don't know for how long anymore. Last time, you Thatcherites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. You Thatcherites by name, lend an ear. You Thatcherites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I must blame. You will hear, your doctrines I must blame. You will hear. I've been asked a number of things while I've been wandering around today, and most of all was just chucking a few new ones, and as we're running short of time I'm going to slip another one by you while you're here. This song, it's a poem that was written by Rudyard Kipling. You know his songs, he wrote the Jungle Book, you know, Hoopy-doo, I wanna be loud, he wrote that, and those kind of songs, yeah, bare necessities, Rudyard Kipling, he wrote all these songs, right? And he wrote this as a poem about a group of people who are called the Picts. Now the Picts were the people in this country who were fighting the Romans when they come. They weren't just up in Scotland, they were everybody who didn't want to be part of the Roman Empire, didn't want to wear a toga, didn't want underfloor heating, and didn't want toilets to shit in. They wanted to shit in the field, be cold, and paint themselves blue. Now, if anybody can relate to that, it's got to be a Glastonbury audience, so I know I'm on safe ground. And these people, the Romans called these people Picts, and this is their song. Rome never looks where she treads, and always her heavy hooves fall on our stomachs, our hearts and our heads. And Rome never hears when we bawl. Her sentries march on, that is all. And we gather behind them in hordes, and we plot to reconquer their wall. With only our tongues for our swords, for we are the little folk, we too little to love or to hate. Leave us alone and you'll see how we can bring down the states. We are the worm in the wood, we are the rot at the roots, we are the taint in the blood, we are the thorn in the foot. Mistletoe killing an oak, rats gnawing cables in two, moths making holes in her cloak. How they must love what they do. Yes, and we little folk too. We are as busy as they, working our works out of view. Watch and you'll see us someday, for we are the little folk, we too little to love or to hate. Leave us alone and you'll see Now we can bring down the state. Yes, it is true, we are not strong, but we know of people who are, and we will guide them along to crush and destroy you in war. We will be slaves just the same, and then we have always been slaves. But you will die of the shame, and then we will dance on your graves. For we are the little folk, we, too little to love or to hate. Leave us alone and you'll see how we can bring down the state. We are the rot in the wood, we are the rot at the root, we are the taint in the blood, we are the thorn in the foot. The Pigs! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the wonderful Cara TV, yeah? Cara's been playing, whilst I've been bringing up her babes, Cara has been playing with that well-known French blues band, Blur. And she's here today, and she told me earlier that she's privileged, she said, to work with someone who was born with a Cockney accent. Thank you. I can see the kitchen light from the road where I parked my bike, but it's dark there, as it often is these days, and the gloomy living room really needs a dust and broom, but I can't brush your memory away. Father was an admiral in someone else's navy, and she had seen the world before I met her. She would wash and cook and clean and all the other things between, and like a fool I just sat there and let her. Now I can feed and dress and wash myself and sleep without the lights on. Honey, I'm a big boy now. I don't know what she does with all the money that I send her. She's running round the town with the young kids. Take it away, teams. Under the table you must go. I haven't touched the garden since the day she walked away from a love affair that bore only bitter fruit. She took everything she wanted, which is why she left me here with these pots and pans and my old rubber suit. A letter came one morning and she would not let me see, and from that day I began to realise that that she would someday break the home we tried to make. For sinners cannot live in a paradise. Now I can feed and dress and wash myself and sleep without the lights on. Honey, I'm a big boy now. I don't know what she does with all the money that I send her. She's running round the town with the young pretender. I don't know what she does with all the money that I send her. She's a-running round the town with the young pretender. Rock and roll. Oh, hey up. It's that Elastica tune. This is for John Olomu. God's footballer hears the voices of angels above, the choir at Molyneux. God's footballer quotes from the Gospels and brings the good news of the kingdom to come, while the crowd sings Rock of Ages and the goals bring weekly wages. Yet the glory of the sports pages is but the worship of false idols, and tempts him not. God's footballer turns on a sixpence and brings the great crowd to their feet in praise of him. God's footballer quotes from the Gospels while knocking on doors in the black country back streets. He scores goals on a Saturday and saves souls on a Sunday. For the Lord says, these are the last days, prepare thyself for the judgment yet to come. His career will be over soon, and the rituals of a Saturday afternoon bid him a reluctant farewell, for he knows beyond the sport lies the spiritual. thing I heard on the car on the way here is the artist Christo has wrapped the Reichstag building in silver silk, and next year his plan is to wrap the entire Glastonbury Festival in a giant Rizzler. Amen to that. And I are victims of a love that lost a lot in the translation. When I think of all the time that I spent sitting on your bed in anticipation of you giving in and us living in Sydenham. A hot day, the smell of hairspray and the sound of a shower running softly. It's things like this that remind me how I felt the first time you came back for coffee. The way you took it amazed me. Walking in the park, sitting in the dark, and your head against my pillow. Late at night a lover sings. Adam and Eve are finding out all about love. I say Adam and Eve are finding out all about love. All about love. There is no real substitute for a ball struck squarely and firmly. You're the kind of girl who wants to open a bottle of pop too early in the journey. Our love went flat just like that. It doesn't matter the colour of the car, but what goes on beneath the bonnet. Is there a flag that flies above your heart? Is my name written there upon it? Wedding cake and toothache equals love and pain. Walking in the park, kissing in the dark, and my head against your pillow. Late at night a lover thinks of these things. Adam and Eve are finding out all about love. I say Adam and Eve are finding out all about love. Adam and Eve are finding out all about. Adam and Steve are finding out all about. Teresa and Eve are finding out all about love. You better believe it. All about love. Do you wear that cardigan when you're playing with Damon? Or was it especially for me?
Because I'm cold.
You're cold! You're cold. How can you be cold? It's Glastonbury. We're in a big warm tent. Sometimes I think about Saturdays his child, and all about the time we were running wild. I've been searching for the dolphins in the sea. Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me? This world may never change the way it's been, and all the ways of war, change it back again. I've been searching for the dolphins in the sea. Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me? I'm not the one to tell this world how to get along. I only know that peace will come when all our hate is gone. I've been searching for the dolphins in the sea. Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me? This world may never change. This world may never change. This world may never change. I know you'd, if you weren't here today, you'd probably all be going down to London to groove at the annual Gay and Lesbian Pride March through London. I'm sure you'd like to send them a big acoustic tent welcome that they can hear down on Clapham Common where they're gathering together to celebrate them. And I think we should send them a message of support and love and joy of their expression of their culture and our expression of our culture together. Let's let them hear it. I've had relations with girls from many nations. I've made passes for women of all classes. Just because you're gay won't turn you away. If you stick around, I'm sure that we can find some common ground. Sexuality, young and warm, wild and free. Sexuality, your laws do not apply to me. A nuclear submarine sinks off the coast of Sweden. Headlines give me headaches when I read them. I had an uncle who once played for the Red Star Belgrade. He said that some things are really best left unspoken. I prefer it all to be out in the open. Sexuality, young and warm and wild and free. Sexuality, your laws do not apply to me. Sexuality, don't threaten me with bigotry. Sexuality, I demand your honesty. I'm sure that everybody knows how much my body hates me. It lets me down most every time and makes me rash and hasty. I feel a total jerk before your naked body of I'm getting way down with all this information. Safe sex doesn't mean no sex, just means use your imagination. Stop playing with yourselves in your Glastonbury tent. Go back home to wherever you came from. Show some real political commitment. Sexuality, young and warm and wild and free. Sexuality, your stupid laws don't apply to me. Sexuality, come eat and drink and sleep with me. Sexuality, we can be what we want to be. And Norman Lamont wants to be leader of the Conservative Party. And Tony Blair wants to be Prime Minister. And Dennis Bergkamp wants to play for Arsenal. Sexuality, it's better than a ciggy or a cup of tea. Sexuality, we can be what we want. Can you sing to me? I want to hear. Sexuality. From the Morrissey moment. Oh, there you are. Sexuality. Listen to it. Here they go. Sexuality, it's better than a ciggy or a cup of tea. Sexuality, we can be what I want to be a tree. Sexuality, oh Christ. Sexuality. Come and see me march in again sometime. Good night. Brothers and sisters, a Glastonbury special for you now, never before seen. perform so live, so loud, so long, or any of those other things. Now, while you're setting up and checking your lights, I just want to tell you that there's a great song by Woody Guthrie called "This Land Is Your Land." The only trouble with it is, it's all about places in America, which always bugged the shit out of me. So I thought what I'd do is I'd sort of borrow this one and bend it a bit so it fitted to Britain, so that we could sing it. Because in it there's this brilliant verse that Woody Guthrie wrote, which is when I went out there, as I was walking, I saw a sign that said no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. This side was made for you and me. Now that's such a great verse. That's such a great verse that I thought we'd have a go at rewriting it. So this is available on an anti-criminal justice and public order act album called "By the Disagreement of the People." You can get a copy of me singing this. This is the mighty Heathens Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Heathens Hall, yeah! And they're playing. Where are you playing tonight? You're playing tonight, aren't you?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
At the Casbah.
The Casbah.
Opposite the jazz stage.
Opposite. So you don't even need to go near the jazz stage. But I'll tell you the chorus, because I want to hear you sing along and get on the bootleg. The chorus is, "This land is your land, this land is my land, from the coast of Cornwall, which is over there, to the Scottish Highland, from the ancient forests to the holy islands. This land was made for you and me." Let's hear it. This land is your land, this land is my land, from the coast of Cornwall to the Scottish Highland, from the sacred forest to the holy islands. This land was made for you and me. As I walked out through the homeless counties, with the traffic raging all around me, I closed my eyes and dreamed how it could be. This land was made for you and me. Here we go! This land is your land, this land is my land, from the coast of Cornwall to the Scottish Highland, from the sacred forest to the holy island. This land was made for you and me. Highland, from the sacred forest to the holy islands. This land was made for you and me. I saw a sign there when I was walking, and on the sign it said no trespassing. But on the other side, guess what? Didn't say nothing. This side was made for you and this land is your land. Is my land, from the coast of Cornwall to the Scottish Highland, the sacred forest to the holy islands. This land was made for you and me. And the bells are calling, and the rockets ringing, our blood is soaring, the birds were singing, and lightning falling, down and calling. Cornwall to the Scottish Highland, the sacred forest to the holy islands. This land was made for you and me. From the teeming city, I made my escape to take my place in the mystic landscape. I'm not the first here, nor am I the last here. This land was made This land is your land, this land is my land. On the coast of Cornwall to the Scottish Highland, the sacred forest to the Holy Islands. This land was... Okay, voices only, voices only. This land is your land, this land is my land. On the coast of Cornwall to the Scottish Highlands, from the sacred forest to the Holy Islands. This land... Slash some drums, slash some drums. This land is your land, this land is my land. From the coast of Cornwall to the Scottish Highlands, from the sacred forest to the Holy Islands. This land... One more time, one more time. This land is your land, this land is my land. From the coast of Cornwall to the Scottish Highlands, from the sacred forest to the Holy Islands. This land was made for you and me. See you again. Good night. Heathens all, ladies and gentlemen. Heathens.